Swamp here, and welcome to the first episode of my new Let's Play, Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, the sequel to Apollo Justice, which we covered several years back. Now, I was actually thinking that I would never really get the chance to do this game because this game was a 3DS exclusive, and you could only get it through basically a virtual purchase. So basically, because I never really wanted to experiment with 3DS emulation, I just thought this game was going to be off the table along with Spirit of Justice. However, with the release of the Apollo Justice Trilogy HD collection, well, that dream is now a reality. So anyways, without further ado, let's get started.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory.
And for Apollo to pose like Batman.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Done. You bet. Let's do this.
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you alright, miss?
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
And Apollo's still saying like Batman. Okay, anyways, in case you haven't realized it, this is the only Ace Attorney game that is actually rated M. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. I don't know why, but just Ted and Nate, I always imagine his normal voice I headcanon as being just Dale Gribble. Essentially, I don't know why. He just gives off Dale Gribble vibes. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Yeah, but just that intro of just Phoenix sitting in the dark. Yeah, chances are basically just basically that in the dark moment. That's not because Phoenix is trying to be epic. That's because of all the money that Phoenix had to spend on Trucy's Gavinier obsession. And then basically the thing with Athena, basically, even though this is Athena's premiere game, you'll notice very quickly, well, just Athena tends to be more of the sidekick character than an actual part of the main lawyer cast. Really, it is weird that basically just Athena, she only gets one case in the entire game where she's the dedicated playable character. Yeah, but anyways, let's get going.
Nope, not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. Even though I've only been on one case, and I've been mainly assisting Apollo. There was also the chalk.
You doing okay, Athena?
Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like hum a little tune great.
Hey! Okay, you have no right to be nervous here, Athena! You have no right to be nervous here, okay? You want me to tell you about my first case? You want me to tell you about the puppet master scheme I was a part of with Mr. Wright? I wasn't even there! I was an accessory to him! That guy was manipulating things behind the scenes, making me use forged evidence. Look, okay, I don't mean to just bring it up all the time, but just count your blessings, okay? That you were hired by just him going up to you and saying, hey, you want to join the firm? Meanwhile, me, he gets me blacklisted from every other firm in the city, and then I get emotionally blackmailed by him and his monster of a daughter. It haunts my dreams to this day, you know. Oh yeah, well, that's good to hear, although I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Finally! For once, I'm not the bottom of the totem pole! Finally, I can be semi-respectable by comparison! And then Clavia just waltzes in. Her forehead, her forehead, her forehead. You cannot be respectable. You have to actually be respectable in order to be respectable.
Oof, I'm that transparent, huh? Kraken, no, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel. Here, I tell you. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo's the lead for the defense on this case. But I'm gonna be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you.
I'm just happy you're doing okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna use it I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And darn it, Swamp, here I am having my whole Batman arc, and you're flubbing my lines! What the hell? And I'm sure you feel much the same way.
You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicions. Apollo, Athena. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie!
Yeah, I get ready to see a lot of that whenever Junie's on screen.
Hey, you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens. At home in the forest, though.
Thankfully I can cough on cue.
This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend, and she's also a client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie could do anything like that. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get strength for the trial, right, Junie? You're always so good to me. Geez, look at me, standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit them, right, Apollo?
Yeah, that's right!
Come on, come with me. This is one trial. We just can't lose.
Apollo! I'm sorry, I can hear you when I'm doing the meek girl voice. Apollo! Ugh! Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened.
This is what happens when our only health insurance is the apple core that Mr. Wright threw in the trash can. Seriously, we need insurance, Athena. But whenever I go to protest at the Trucy, she just tries to light me on fire as a magic trick.
All this time, he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it.
Hey, I get paid by the case with Mr. Wright, and I'm gonna earn that 50 cents a case. Don't judge me! Mr. Justice!
Huh?
The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom.
What now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. He's on the ground. And then meanwhile, Phoenix was there. He just kicked Apollo a few times. Come on, Apollo. Don't be a baby, Apollo. Get off the ground. Yeah, just Trucy. Polly, this is not what... Polly, we don't pay you to lie around.
You don't pay me at all.
Exactly, Polly. Stuff like this is why we will never... is why we're like this to you, Polly.
Ah, I have to defend Juniper. If I don't come home with a case, if I come home with a win, Trucy's gonna ban me from food. I have a pack of crackers at my desk. I think Trucy found it last week, but I will not let her take it from me. I think she's just using it as blackmail.
What are we gonna do? The trial is about to start, with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at the time like this. We're gonna weekend at Bernie, you Apollo.
What?
Yeah, Apollo's passed out, and Athea just put some sunglasses on and just taking her out to the bench, has her arm wrapped around her, and is just doing a ventriloquist act. And, okay, I did put the timer on. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. Yeah, I love how basically they just do the whole Ace Attorney investigation treatment with Phoenix, where it's like, him, that man.
We don't mention his name, Athena! We mention his name, he's gonna bring the Mason system back! And then we're just traveling back in time, we're doing time paradoxes! I think I saw a raptor in the streets yesterday, Athena. I think it may have been a large dog, it may have been a big rat, but it looked reptilian, it was going through the streets, it vanished in an alley, and I think it took a small dog with it. And all I know is that this never happened before the whole Mason system was introduced.
No, wait! There's something else I can do!
If you say we get Bernie's, Athena, I will scream!
Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case!
Huh? What are you gonna do?
Bailiff!
Yes, miss?
The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Athena!
You're not seriously!
You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie.
All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second, think what you're saying! The last time someone did a case on their own in this agency, Athena, I had to present forged evidence that Trucy gave me! I had to convict my boss! So unless you're ready to accept a bloody play card and send Mr. Wright to jail, just don't do it, Athena! If you see Trucy coming up to you with fake evidence, run! You've never once taken a case on before, right?
No hey problema. I can handle it, I think. But I guess it's really up to you, But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I'm going to jail. I believe in you, Athena, and that's enough for me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now, so you'll just have to leave it to me.
Alright, I can see your mind's made up anyways. I hate it that I can't be there, but I know you'll give it your utmost to defend Juniper.
You bet I will. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in the defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this, and I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie.
Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. Uh-huh. And what is the meaning of this?
Yeah, I just love how basically they introduce in this game just sleazy Winston, basically. Just, they introduce gasp and pain, just absolute, just, they decide, you know what, we gotta make sleazy Winston pain. Yeah, finally enough, just a friend of mine, basically, we just make a running joke with the Payne brothers that basically Winston and Gaspin are basically like Tweedledum and Tweedledee, basically Tweedle Wheezy and Tweedle Sleazy.
I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today.
Yes, well, a substitution of the attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue.
I see. Not at all surprising he used that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape?
Yeah, though if Phoenix was in that explosion, he would just come out with a skinned elbow.
What the nerve of that guy? I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. Ah, this arrogant jerk.
You arrogant jerk.
No, Widget! Is my heart hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all, especially not from me.
How odd. I could have sworn I heard something also.
Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Well then, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. A contradiction? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was, what was it? Elegant at work. Eep! Actually, it was arrogant jerk. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me?
I swear, basically, just too bad they didn't keep this as a running joke with Gaspin, where basically he just calls everyone monkey, just like how Asogi later on, when they came up with the Grey Ace Attorney games, just calls everyone a pumpkin.
No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness.
Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let us get back to the case.
Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk.
Arrogant jerk.
Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court.
I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction.
Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Ah, yes.
Oh yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense. And he was as pathetic as always.
A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life.
But there was, in fact, one death, was there not?
That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Arms was discovered. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial.
I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Thankfully, I was able to use the children to break my fall, and I proceeded to push several of them back. That way I could shield myself from the blast. Their young bodies will absorb the energy from the explosion.
Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. That or the judge pushed her back.
That's correct, I pushed her right back. No nobility from her. I was just pushing her back. I was saying, no, you're saying back. You're blocking the explosion.
Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I went to check something out, I just used the R button. I better take a peek later.
Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale.
I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived at the courthouse. I'm not gonna do the coughs every time with Juniper. But I'm all right. Junie's really giving it her all. I better make sure to do the same. If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant. I almost lost the gasping voice for a second. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes, I gained to know Apollo Justice through my friend Athena. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared. She's embarrassed to let people know that she has a thing for Apollo. She knows he's low quality. Did you know I'm also known as the Defendant Humiliator? It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. Does his arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne. What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Don't punch his face in. Don't punch his face in. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up a claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. He was? My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She says they can even help you see into the future.
Yeah, and then Apollo. Oh, trust me, I don't need any herbs to see into the future. I can tell you what's gonna happen. When I get home, when I get back to the agency, I am going to get some insulting remark for Trucy, or Mr. Wright. I'm gonna be told to clean the toilet, and then I'm gonna be forced to assist in a magic show against my free will, all for no pay.
And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them.
A sweet-meat girl like this, blowing a courtroom to bits. I must say, it's very hard to believe.
Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And if I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question coming from a novice such as yourself. I just realized my gasping pain voice is just a knockoff Monokuma. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes. Yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
Objection!
Now wait just 1 minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers.
Now just imagine Ron to light.
I'm gonna take down the bridge!
And just Ron to light, just wearing a TNT vest, and then just driving over Dusky Bridge, then just running over Dusky Bridge.
I'm gonna take down the bridge!
Ronnie! That's not how it works. And why would you do that, Ronnie?
That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land.
I concede the accused isn't the only one who might bear a resentment against the courts. But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. This journal that says, I love Apollo, I love Apollo, I love Apollo on 10 pages. Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor.
And what exactly was so unique about it?
Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Huh? Me? I noticed that you appear to be very nervous, and well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really? What a thoroughly unpleasant man.
L is for loser.
Humph! What did you just say? Nothing, not a single thing. When did this end? Okay, just 1 minute ago. Okay, yeah, there is a definitive section that we can stop at. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record.
All right, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was...
In the judge's pocket!
The bomb was... in your Honor's pocket, just like how the bust was hidden under your bench. You are a madman and you need to be stopped.
Miss Sykes, what in Sam Hill are you talking about? 2 penalties!
Well, I tried to picture myself as the bomb. Well, if I was in your pocket, you'd surely bring me into the courtroom naturally.
The only thing in my pocket are pictures of my grandchild. I would hardly have a bomb in there.
No, of course not. That would be silly now, wouldn't it? I think I'd better take another good look through the court record.
All right, let's try that again, shall we? What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was in Apollo's briefcase? That's it! I'm taking this entire system down! You mocked my forehead one too many times, Gavin! Wait, I thought Gavin was gonna be on this case! What are you doing here, Blackwell?
Let's see, I believe it was because it was in Mr. Justice's briefcase.
Don't tell me you intend to claim that it was Mr. Justice who committed the bombing, because I can definitely see it happening. Have you seen the look that guy gives everyone?
What? No, of course not. I just thought maybe he brought it into the courtroom by mistake. Yeah, and then Apollo, he's resting on the couch. He's just trying to recover, and then he gets arrested.
What's happening? You're getting arrested, you bomber! You're going to jail forever! No! I don't know what's happening!
Yeah, they weren't hesitant to arrest Apollo because this is Apollo we're talking about.
Who did this? Athena!
What the hell? And then Phoenix. I always knew Apollo. I never thought Apollo would do this, but I should have seen this coming.
Polly! How could you do this to us? You're ruining the agency's rep!
I was arrested on false charges of bombing!
Polly, why are you being selfish?
What kind of person makes a mistake like that?
What in the world am I blathering on about?
Alright, let's try that again, shall we? What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was
Inside a stuffed animal. I knew that from the very beginning. I just wanted to see the other two.
Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? I only did 2 incorrect guesses, one of which could have gotten my innocent co-worker arrested on false charges. It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. It was in an elephant with a paintbrush trying to be Junior from Mario Sunshine. Very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how'd you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this.
Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. I never got to hug it. And now I'm sad. There's a hole in my heart that cannot be filled now. But what connection does this impish elephant have to do with the defendants?
The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence. What do I have here?
And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed.
It's a tale, Your Honor. The tale of a poor victim of the explosion.
This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tale? Was she a chimera?
Your Honor is so close, but no. It belongs to the stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fancy. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me. Freaking Winston. Oh, Winston, why'd you come up with that name? I thought it would be good. I thought it sounded catchy. It's lame. What the hell are you doing to us? I'll have you know I came up with Guilty Dogs. I am a revolutionary in naming.
Yeah, just it feels so much better to do a gasping voice than a Winston voice. Because with Winston, you gotta be screechy. You gotta be screechy. It's not Winston without the screech. Okay.
He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not?
Exactly. His motto is phony evidence is just trunked up.
That's so wrong on so many levels.
The Phony Fancy's tail is made of vinyl cloth. The cheapest that the police department could find. And we found something very interesting on its surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? The Phony Fancy provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves the accused handled the bomb. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it?
That does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepted the evidence. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this?
I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence?
Okay, this is going on a lot longer than I thought it was, so I think that now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. Like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. With that, see you next time. Bye.